Okay, there we go. And I joined this business with Caitlin, hoping to make an extra $500 a month, and never thought that I'd be leading a team in the capacity that I am. And I am so grateful for that. So Jerry's in here too. Okay, so I just want you to know that like where you sit right now doesn't, you just could not imagine the things that this business can do for you. And I never thought I'd be here. So there's that. I was a full-time RN. I worked with Alyssa at Penn State. And I am also a mom, a girl mom, and a military spouse. So I do it on my own a lot. And I was working full-time and doing it by myself, taking my daughter to 4 different people a day, and I just was sick of it. I was working to pay my student loans, and I didn't have the time, and I was missing all the things. So I saw a post about coffee and fat-burning coffee and chocolate, and I said, sign me up. And I never looked back. 2 weeks later, I met Caitlin for lunch, and the rest is history. I am diamond, and I am charted to hit double diamond, and I am so, so excited to just continue to run with this business. This team is amazing, and I could not do it without them. If you see me like kind of looking over, it's because I have to keep telling people that they can come in. It was a little bit new for Zoom. So importance of team. So I take the culture of our team super, super seriously. We all have a little bit of a relationship. Those that are new will get there. Obviously, you're new, you're learning who everybody is and getting to know everyone, but we make sure that we keep an open slate with things because it's important. This is kind of a foreign place for people. So when you come into a business like this and you're like, what did I just get myself into? You don't have to feel like a stranger. And that's like very, very important to me. So that's why when I'm asking for participation in the MVP groups and we're asking about what you're doing for your business, it's not for us to be like, shame on you for not doing it. It's more like, who needs help? Because we can't help if we don't know. I talk a lot with my hands, so there's that. So culture we're creating. So that's the culture right there. Like we are a family. This is a business. This is to help everyone's lives and help their families out, but we also together are a family because when it comes to tough times, and this business will bring you tough times, there's peaks and valleys. We always come together. And I mean, there's been months where we've literally pulled off things that I never thought were possible. And I think Autumn and Alyssa can attest to that, and Caitlin. It's been amazing. It's been truly amazing to see what good teamwork can do. So creating your own team, that's kind of something when you come into this business, and I know that I was also skeptical of that, like, okay, I'm not really sure what I'm doing, so how am I going to teach somebody else that? So we're creating a culture to make that possible. 7 days into the business, and you should be able to bring somebody in and teach them the stuff that you did. We have what's called the DT training blueprint. It's really exciting. It's brand new. There's a lot to it, and I'm really, really excited for us to use it. And so if you're not sure what that is, make sure to ask. Even as somebody who's new, you can be using this to make sure that you've been given the information that you need. But I just think that's such an important piece to us continuously creating our teams, bringing people in, and promoting. And that's where the business is, and that's what we're here to teach you. Setting realistic goals. So if you came into this business and you're like, okay, I want to make some more money for my family, and I want to have some friends, and I think this is pretty cool, but I'm not really sure, like, I'll just make some extra money. You don't have like, I want to make $1,000 extra a month, or I want to quit my day job. I want to come home full time, and I need to make $5,000 a month. You need to set a realistic goal for yourself, because if you don't have a goal set, you're not going to reach it, or it's going to take a lot longer. If you have something that's incredibly visible, I talk to my team about this, to leaders about this a lot, is that if you don't have something on your mirror, on your wall, your chart printed, those are the things that are important, because if we're not looking at it, we're not reaching for it. So make sure your goals are realistic. If you need someone to help you set those goals, reach out to anybody, and we'll be able to point you in the right direction. And be honest with yourself. If I came into this business and said, I want to make $20,000 a month in my first month, I have a lot of work to do. And not that anything is impossible, but you need to know that if your goal is to make $25,000 a month, you need to work like you want to make $25,000 a month. And we'll be able to show you how to do that, but it takes a lot of willpower. And the last thing I want to talk about, and not that it really matters right now, I just want to touch on it, but events. Events like conference and also like try it, corporate events, any events that you can get to for this business puts you face to face with other people in this business and allows your business to grow. Events are a game changer for your business, and a lot of people that have been to them can attest to that. So just always keep that in the back of your mind. If you hear of something or see something advertised, go for it. Definitely consider it. So that's it for me. And then whoever wants to go first.
Okay. If I, Autumn, if you don't mind, because I might have to hop off a little bit early.
Absolutely.
Okay. My name is Alyssa. I am a diamond leader in this team. And I worked with Sam. I'm a nurse practitioner, and I was at like my absolute rock bottom personally. I was a shell of a person. I had completely lost my identity. I am a wife and a mother, and my husband has some pretty severe mental health issues. And right around the time that I first started talking to Sam about the business, my like sole identity was working, taking care of my boys, and taking care of my husband, and that was it. I was at my absolute heaviest weight. I was so tired. I had no life. And Sam started promoting the ThermaFight X, and I was like, you know what? I have nothing to lose. Let me try it. So I decided to try it, and I fell in love with the product. And then after Sam had been talking to me about the business for a while, and I said no for a while, but then I finally said yes because I fell in love with the product. And I decided to say yes because I thought, you know what? If nothing else, I can cover the cost of this product that I already love. And like Sam said, I had no idea that I could ever make it to this point. It took me, I think, 2 months to go Ruby, or 3 months to go Ruby. And I stayed at Ruby for a really long time. And I went Emerald in January and Diamond in February because of this team and because of the belief that we have in ourselves and the belief we have in each other. So let me just tell you that teamwork and belief are going to take you so far if you just put your doubt down and stop those demons in your head, letting them take over. So Sam has put together an incredible training, and I want to talk to you about the importance of actually going through the training. I have seen time and time again, people come in because they see other people being successful, and I think they think if they can be successful, I can be successful. But then they don't sign a customer in their first few days, and they completely give up on the training. The training works if you do it. It doesn't work if you don't do it. And you have to believe in the people who've been in this business for years and who have done all the trial and error and who have been to all the trainings and have seen the business ebb and flow. The system is there because it works. So when you start working with your enroller and your team leaders, please trust us when we say these steps work if you do them. And they're in the order that they're in for a reason. And trust me, I remember being that person coming in thinking like, oh, that doesn't seem that important. I'm going to skip that step. No. Don't make the mistakes that I made. Don't make the mistakes that other people have made. Come in, work with your enroller, work with your leaders, and do the steps. They are so important and they work. And then along those lines, I want to talk about how about belief and self-development. I was at such a low point when I started this business that I rolled my eyes at self-development. I rolled my eyes at self-help, and I thought it was a bunch of malarkey. But I trusted my team and I trusted my leaders, and I started doing it. And I am a completely different person now than I was a year ago when I joined. So self-development is huge because you have to quiet those voices inside your head that are saying, I'm not good enough. I'm not pretty enough. I'm not a salesperson. I don't know enough people. People don't care about me. People are going to say no. You have to do the work on yourself to become the best distributor that you can be. So I will say that self-development is probably even bigger than anything else we're going to talk to you about. And once you start doing that, then you start having the belief that people want what you have. I will tell you, every day that I'm driving to work, I listen to an audiobook. And then when I'm about 10 minutes away from my hospital, I turn the audiobook off, and out loud, I do my affirmations. And they go something like this. I will bring in 200 volume today. I am a double diamond with a $20,000 bonus. I am going to change people's lives through my business and through my products. People want what I have because I am good and because I have something good to offer. And I, like Sam said, I had that specific volume in my mind. And then if you believe in God, if you don't believe in God, speak it to the universe. I say, God, show me the people who need what I have. Put them in my path. Show me the people that want what I have, because I know what I have is good and I know that other people need it. And I need 200 volume today, and show me who those people are that are going to bring me that volume. So trust me. And I just want to touch on one other thing. I am nobody special except that I am who I am, and that makes me special, but I am no different than any of you. And I also want you to know that I am a nurse practitioner. I have 2 bachelor's degrees and a master's degree. You don't need those to do this business, but I am telling you that I'm very educated, and this business has probably done more for my life than anything else that I have done. I work 50 to 60 hours a week. I have 3 young kids, and I have a husband who at times is very absent because of mental health issues. And if I can do this, you can do this. So too much on your plate is never an excuse. Not enough time is never an excuse. You just have to find the way to make it a priority. And there's people on our team who can help you with that. If you're a stay-at-home mom, there's people on our team who can help you with that. If you're a military wife, there's people on our team that can help you with that. If you're single and struggling with mental health issues, there's people on our team that can help you with that. There's no excuse that's bigger than this business if you find the right tools and find the right motivation to get you where you need to go. So I don't want to go over my time, but those were the things I really wanted to say.
Big talk.
Done.
Okay,
Go girl.
so my name is Autumn. I joined in September. I met Sam. She was my enroller. I met Sam in college. And we didn't really keep in touch that much, but I followed her on social media, and I kept seeing her post about these giveaways, and I was like, there's a Yeti one, I want that. So then she started talking to me about these products, and I was like, I'm kind of interested in this product, because I was trying to lose weight. And then next thing you know, she's offering me this position, and I'm thinking, why shouldn't I make some money while I'm losing weight? So I joined, I think within a couple days, we had it set up while I was at my other job as a caseworker on an overnight, because I got the shitty end of the stick. And I've never once turned back ever since then. I went Ruby 3 months later. Ruby, it was New Year's Eve. And that was super awesome that I rang in the new year that way. I went to conference, and that was in February. At the end of February, I went Emerald, and now I'm boxed to go Diamond. I am working to earn that $15,000 bonus because I don't have family. I've been on my own since 14. I have been the only person to provide for me, the only person that I could rely on. I don't have children, but I have a pup and a cat, and this business just changed my life. This business is going to be how I'm able to pay off all my student debt and become totally debt free. This is going to give me the life that I want to travel and experience the things that I want. This business is amazing because it gives you so many opportunities, and it connects you with so many people that you wouldn't have before. Like I said, I don't have a family, so It Works became my family. This business has given me something that I've been driving for almost 30 years now. So this business means a lot more to me than just it being a business. This is a family, and we want you to all be successful. So when you set goals, we want to help you reach them. And that's one of the big things in this, is that your personal goals are business goals. They have to really coincide with one another. We always say that this business is a personal development with a compensation plan, because this business really heavily focuses on your self-development, on you being mentally healthy. Because if you're not healthy yourself in your own mental state, then how can you help someone else be healthy and reach their goals as well? So that's one thing that we always do. And something important is that you can have all the LCs and bring all the loyal customers in, but if you don't have any goals that you've set, whether it's in your business or in your personal life, then what are you doing with all of those? If Sam was talking about that you need to set your goal of okay, you want to make $1,000 a month or $5,000 a month, whatever it is. If you don't set that goal of let's say $500 a month to start being Ruby, then are you ever going to hit being Ruby? Probably not. You have to really be intentional with things and set those goals. That way you can break it down into smaller and more manageable tasks for you guys moving forward. It's more obtainable and it's not as scary then. It's literally like, this is a simple business. I'm not saying that it's not hard to do. It's hard to do, but it's simple. We have steps and you just repeat them. And that's it. That's how people in this business are successful. It's one thing that, like, I was a full-time bartender and bar manager that was working to become full owner of the bar. Now we are on shutdown quarantine, so this is where my focus has been, but I was working 60 hours a week while maintaining a long distance relationship and trying to give him enough attention while running this business and still doing it. So like Alyssa was saying, there is no excuse for not being able to do it. You can. But it's all about time management and like breaking things down into when you can do it, fitting it into your life. So like, that's the beauty of this business. It fits into your life. So I would wake up in the morning, get something out, spend 20 minutes posting, spend 20 minutes messaging to people, and then, okay, I got to head out the door. And then I had a quick like lunch break, 20 minutes. Let me just get this done. And you just break your tasks down into smaller ones. It makes it so much easier. It's not so overwhelming. You did the same steps that you could have done in 2 hours together for your whole day, but you just broke them into to fit them into your life. And that's totally okay. And then there's also times when maybe you're going to get off track a little bit. Life kicks us in the butt sometimes. There's deaths, there's job loss. There's people that have to pick up overtime. There's illnesses. I mean, there's just so many things that come up that we have to kind of adjust to how we're running our business. So it's okay if you get off track. It's not about like, oh, I have to start all over again. It's, you're still doing this. Like, you're still doing this. It's been this long and you're still doing this. Just start one place, pick one spot and start there. It doesn't have to be, I spent 2 hours at work the first day back again. It doesn't have to be like that. Just pick one thing, like host a post. That's an amazing task to get started with, because if you just decide to get 5 host a posts up a day, you're adding to your social network, you're getting your messaging done, you're interacting with people, and you're getting posts up for the day. Those are 4 like really important tasks out of the 6 non-negotiables. And you're doing spend 20 minutes doing that and you got it. And then as you start to gradually get more done, then you can start to dedicate a little bit more time and just be intentional with your posts. You don't have to spend all day doing this. You don't have to have, be home from work to do this. You just have to be intentional. You have 20 minutes, you're drinking your skinny brew, take a picture, post that. You don't even got to put a caption. They want to know what's in your cup, or just say what's in your cup. Just simple little things that'll get people interested in you, but that's your life. You don't have to have a whole lot of time to do this. You just have to be intentional with it. That's it for me.
Wow. You did really good, guys. We still have time. Yeah,
Yay!
actually, so speaking of Laura, I don't think she's on here, but she this morning posted a picture of her mug and her.
Yes.
And she was like something about guess what's in my cup or something like that. And her loyal customer this morning came from that. She was like, what's in your cup? Conversation, seal the deal, new loyal customer. So it doesn't have to be a complex thing. It doesn't have to be the prettiest Instagram highlight reel picture. Trust me, this is as good as it's getting lately. Okay, guys? It just is what it is, but that's what people love. People love when they're being you. People relate to me because I'm a mom. I'm a dog mom. I'm a military spouse. A lot of times I'm doing it on my own. I'm a nurse. They see all those things that people just could relate to me with. It's like your pillars. It's talking about the things that your brand, what brands you. And that's important because you're not just this isn't just oh, who's going to buy this? You're creating a network of people that want to know more about you. And they want to know more about what you're doing. And that is what's important here. So we aren't going to get kicked off yet. We actually did really well. Does anybody have any questions or want to say anything? Don't feel obligated, but you can. Kate, you want to say hi?
I mean, I would love to. You know me. No, it's really cool to hear everybody's stories, and it's really cool to see how different people come in and grow. I know that a lot of your guys' team is on here, plus a couple of our other new girls. And I think that if I can speak from my experience, just with the three of you and how I've known you in the past couple of months and years, that's crazy. Sam, you've been in for over a year. Is just the growth that happens to people that put their heart and minds in the right place and do it for the right reason. So for me, it's really cool to see somebody come in and have, like, just where a lot of you guys stand, like, have these goals of like, hey, this is where I want to be, and like, this is what I want to do. But then to see people that are now leading you be in the positions that they are and have been there since the beginning, and them having kind of the same thoughts and dreams as you guys just starting, like, it's really cool to see it come full circle. And just like what Sam said in the beginning of this, how she's like, I can't believe I'm here. I can't believe I'm like, have a team like this. And like, y'all are the team. I can't even get out the words, the API, the enrollments, the way that you guys come in and just do the things and don't complain and don't like get like distracted by the noise. Like, it goes to show like the leadership. And like, I hope that you guys know, but the way that y'all are being led is the way that you'll lead new team members in. And like, that's the most beautiful part. So it's just really cool to be a part of, and I'm just like honored just to be chilling here with y'all.
We're happy you're here too. Anybody have any questions or have anything they want to say, experiences? Maybe. Anything else you can think of, Autumn? We did really well. It's 26
I
minutes.
just want to say that I'm super proud of everyone that jumped on and like took time to show up. Like, this is your business. You have every right to do, run it how you want. We are just here to offer you support and like love in every way possible. And this is one of the ways that we do it, because we truly want to help you reach your goals. So for every one of you that like were here, someone had to jump off already, but like, I appreciate you. You're on like the right track. Like, this is an amazing, like, you're already doing amazing things. So I'm super proud of you.
Yeah, and this is going to become a regular thing. So like every Monday night, we're going to do this. And I'm excited because I never thought that this would be it, like a regular, this is our team. So we will grow and we will continue to get better and do some fun things. But this is the first team one for us, and I am super proud of every one of you. I'm going to leave it up for like another 5 minutes. If anyone wants to say anything or ask questions, you don't even have to like get on and talk. You can just put it in the chat too. There's a chat where you can type messages if you're not too familiar with Zoom.
So I have a question.
Go ahead, Brianna.
So when I start going back to work, I work like evening shift. So is it possible to like have chat like with people like just one-on-one if I can't make the Zooms?
Yeah, I'm gonna be recording. Like, I'm recording right now because there is a lot of people that didn't get on too. And so it's gonna be sent in the chat. But also, I know a lot of times when Autumn couldn't make Zooms, like we were able to hop on maybe the next morning or something, and I could do a one-on-one chat and go over all my notes. And she was like completely caught up at that point. So absolutely.
Okay. And this is like totally off topic, but just because I have everyone on here, what would be like the best to recommend for someone who's wants to burn fat but doesn't like coffee?
That's a good question.
TFX, love it.
So just the TFX, or like?
I would say I'm big on greens. So I would say like TFX and greens, because not only are you going to be burning fat, but you're going to be detoxing and get the vitamins and minerals that you need to support weight loss. I'm really big on like all natural methods and eating the right foods and all of that jazz. So TFX for sure, like Autumn said, but I definitely would recommend greens. A cleanse would be good to get started.
I think celery would be really good too.
Yeah. Celery is really good as a stack with it because it's an anti-inflammatory. It's going to aid weight loss. It's going to help with sleep. I know when I drink my celery in the morning, sometimes I'm like okay with waiting for a little while to drink my coffee. Like it wakes me up. It gives me energy.
Yeah.
So I do really like celery, greens. Cleanse is awesome. I always say I always try to add a cleanse. Everyone can use a cleanse. So that's always a good one.
So what are the fat fighters for?
Fat fighters is more maintenance. So like carb control and fat fighters basically maintain. They're not necessarily gonna help you lose weight, but they help you from not gaining weight. So I use like fat fighters. It helps block 70% of carbs and 30% of fats. So I take that up to 30 minutes after I eat, and carb control up to, and I think it's up to an hour before you eat, like either like the heaviest carb meal or just like a carb meal of the day. You can take them both. So those are really good when you pair with TFX. Like TFX, just like on like the daily, carb control first, and then the fat fighters afterwards. And they just help you like not absorb those fats and those carbs. So instead of you losing weight, you're not absorbing them to gain the weight. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Okay.
So I oftentimes, like when people, I offer like the ThermoFight first, and then later on, if they're like, hey, I kind of lost a decent amount of weight, like I'm doing good, I'm like, awesome. So then that's when I switch gears to the fat fighters and the carb control, because it's like, well, let's now maintain that weight and go from there. And that helps a lot, especially when you're talking to them about like their cheat meals. Those are really good for like cheat meals.
Okay.
I also really like fat fighters. So like if someone's like, I really want to lose weight, but I have like a terrible sweet tooth, or I like cannot go without carbohydrates, I'm a carbivore, I'll be like, okay, because no one wants to sabotage themselves, right? So like you can't give somebody ThermoFight who has a horrible diet, doesn't drink water, and sits on the couch all day and think that it's going to be effective. So when we're offering ThermoFight, it's important to ask them about their lifestyle, what kind of food do they eat, what kind of diet do they have, because you also don't want someone who's going to go on a crash diet, take ThermoFight, and then when they get the chance to eat the cake, they're going to eat the whole cake because they haven't had the cake, So like fat fighters is something I say you keep it in your back pocket. So like if I'm trying to lose weight, I'm taking ThermoFight every day, and so pizza night's coming up, I'm going to take fat fighters with my pizza, and I'm going to eat the pizza because I'm not going to just deprive myself and then binge later. So it's balance. It helps you balance.
I had a girl, like my sister-in-law, she has like PCOS, she has like insulin resistance and all this stuff. She's pretty heavy, and she eats a lot of rice. They're Spanish, so they eat a lot of Spanish rice and chicken and stuff like that. But she eats like a lot, and she has a budget of $75. So I was just trying to figure out like what would be best for her.
I would say fat fighters for that too, because I mean it's, again, like, a lot, if they're Spanish and they're eating Spanish like foods, they're going to continue to eat those foods. That's a staple for them. So like she'd be able to manage it better taking ThermoFight daily, but also taking her fat fighters with her heavy meal, her heavy carb meal, or carb control. I'm not just speaking with fat fighters, but carb control and fat fighters would be good for her probably. And fat fighters is 20, well, fat fighters isn't picked too.
What she could do is do 3 products. Her budget is 75, so she could do the pick 2 for the carb control and the ThermoFight, and then add on fat fighters or a cleanse.
Bingo. There you go.
Yeah, because Raquel had told me she had recommended like the greens and TFX and then the fat fighters too.
Greens are good.
Those combos would work. I would talk to her about what she wants. Like, do you have the weight loss questionnaire?
No, I don't know what that is.
So we'll get that to you. And it was what Sam was talking about, asking about their lifestyle, like how much do they want, asking if they have a bowel movement every day, like what is your energy level like, and just talking to them, because based off of their answers, it'll tell you what recommendation you should be making.
Okay.
Yeah,
we'll send that to you.
We'll get them in there.
Okay, cool. All right, that's it for me.
No, I
Sorry.
question. Anybody else? Anything?
May you
Yes,
make the questionnaire in the group, please?
we will. Yeah, we'll send both the weight loss and the beauty one.
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody else? We have about 6 minutes till it shuts off on us. Anything else you can think of, Autumn? Right end here.
I think just like it would be great. Like I would like to challenge you guys to set like your personal and business goals. Like set them. Sam had posted in the MVP chat earlier about like post your goals here, and I know like she had set her format, and then I sent kind of what looks like mine, but everyone's goals look different. One of my goals that I started is self-development, like every single day, because I know, like we say, it's really like it's important. But when I first started, I didn't really think it was. And then I was just kind of like working myself to death and realizing that I wasn't maintaining like my mental health as well. So like, it's okay. I know like you guys are really excited and you want to like get your loyal customers and you get those shopping sprees and we want you running. Like we're super excited about that. But also remember to like take time for you, take time for your family, take time like for all of the things. You know, I went for a hike today because it was gorgeous, and you have to take time for you because if you're not taking that time, then you're not going to be at your best and you're not going to be able to help people, like, because you're not going to be as healthy and you're not going to love what you're doing, you know? So make sure that you're taking time to enjoy the little things and just don't overwhelm yourselves. We're here like all the time. So if you ever feel like you can't get on one of these and you do need something smaller, we are so willing to work with you. We'll work with your schedule. Like there's been plenty of times when I was like, I can't find a distributor for my life. I feel like I'm doing this horribly. And I was just kind of like down on myself. And these ladies like hopped on a chat like within 20 minutes and just like, no, you're doing everything right. You're doing the things. And they brought me to a whole new level. And this group that you have here, like this team that you're on, is a phenomenal team. And we are here to support you, but we need to know where you need the support. So if you need something, just let us know because we'll be there. But you just got to let us know.
Amen. I don't need to say anymore. That was perfect. Okay. Well, I think that's it. I'm going to